Today, in preparation for your test, we're going to do a few more review problems. So I want you to write down this work with me while I go through it on the video. If you need to pause it, you can pause it at any time to keep up. Alright, let's look at the first one. On the first picture, I'm going to shade two bases and they're both circles. So that tells us that this shape is a cylinder. The first thing it's asking us for is the perimeter. Capital P stands for the perimeter of one base, but we can't find perimeter of a circle, so instead we know we find circumference. So circumference of a circle is 2 pi times the radius. So that'd be 2 pi times, well, it looks like I gave you the diameter of 22, so the radius would be 11. So the circumference is 22 pi meters. Capital B stands for the area of one base, so I need to find the area of one circle. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So I'll take pi times the radius squared, and we now know the radius is 11. 11 squared is 121, so we get 121 pi meters squared. In a cylinder or a prism, the height is the distance between the two bases, and the two circles are 30 meters apart. Now we can find lateral area. Lateral area for a cylinder is perimeter times height. So we found our perimeter to be 22 pi and our height is 30. So now use your calculators and multiply that. 22 times 30 gives us 660 pi meters squared. Total surface area, we take the lateral area, 660 pi, and add to it, well, I've got two bases, so I need to add those two bases. Each base has an area of 121 pi. So that gives me 660 pi plus 242 pi. And I add that together for a total of 902 pi meters squared. Okay, let's take a look at the next picture. On the next picture, we've got only one base and all the sides are straight. That makes that a pyramid. Alright, so capital P still stands for the perimeter of one base. My base is a square, so to find the perimeter of the square, I have to do 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18. Or, you can do 18 times 4. Either one works, but 18 4 times gives us 72 centimeters. Capital B stands for the area of one base. So to find the area of the square, we take the side squared. 18 squared is 324, so we get 324 centimeters squared. Cursive L, that script L, stands for the slant height. And the slant height literally goes down the face of the pyramid. So this one is the slant height. That's what you need for surface area and volume of a pyramid. That's 16 centimeters. If you look at your formula sheet, lateral area of a pyramid is 1/2 perimeter times slant height. So I'm going to plug this in. I have 1/2 times my perimeter, which is 72, times my slant height, which is 16. I'm going to take half of one of the numbers. Half of 16 is 8. And then I multiply. 8 times 72 gives me 576. So I get 576 centimeters squared. Total surface area is the lateral area, 576. But this time I only have one base shaded. And that area of that one base is 324. So I'm going to add the two things together. And I get a total of 900 centimeters squared. Okay, example 3. Example 3, this picture has two bases. And all the sides are straight, and that would make that a prism. Now we're finding volume instead of surface area. So first we need to find capital B, which is the area of one base. Well, to do that, for a hexagon, our only option is to do 1/2 little a times perimeter. So let's see if we can plug in some of those numbers. So to find the apothem, we draw on the radius and the apothem. We know now it splits the side in half, and this is a 30-degree angle. So if the short side is 6, the medium side is 6 square root 3. Alright, now we need to find the perimeter. Well, one side was 12, but we had 6 sides, so 12 times 6 is 72, so there's your perimeter. Alright, take half of one of them and then multiply. And you should get 216 square root 3 inches squared. In a prism or a cylinder, the height is the distance between the two bases, which in this case is 15 inches. Alright, volume. Volume of a prism, if you look on your formula sheet, is just base times height. So the base is 216 square root 3, and the height is 15. So when you multiply those two things, you should get 3,240 square root 3 inches cubed when it comes to volume. Last one. Example 4. This just has one base, and that one base is a circle. So when it has one base and it's a circle, we know that it's a cone. First they want capital B, which is the area of that one base. So the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Y gave you the diameter of 18, so we know the radius is 9. 9 squared gives us 81 pi yards squared. The height in a cone or a pyramid, the height goes from the center, from the point to the center of the base. So this is the height. Well, we don't know the height, but this is the right triangle that we are going to use to find it. So I'm going to do the height squared plus, now I need this bottom segment of my triangle, which I know is the radius, which is 9 squared equals 15 squared. 9 squared is 81. 15 squared is 225. So to solve, I'll subtract 81. So the height squared equals 144. So I'll take the square root, making the height 12 yards. And now I can finish my problem. Volume of a cone is 1/3 times the base times the height. So I have 1/3 times the base, 81 pi, times the height, which is 12. 1/3 of 12 is 4, and when I multiply that, 81 times 4, it's going to give us 324, don't forget the pi, yards squared. That's it.